Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel again. Talking about a video that hits home. LA gang members arrested accused of massive ST operation. You guys know what ST is. You should know by now. As a person who grew up in LA, who family still lives there, oh, man. You know, as a child, as a teen, you know, everybody knows Figueroa Street. That's where all the, hell, you can't even say night walkers anymore because they be in it there during the daytime. Just the street walkers. That's where they would be at. Walking up and down the street. But this video here, my goodness, man. Hey, we ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
A disturbing bust. Several suspected gang members arrested, accused of forcing. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for being with us. You're watching LA.
Dang, man. I already knew they were. So just got to trim out some words that they say. You know, the reason that this happened, the ST, the having girls, young girls out there doing things. The original video will be in the description.
Live News Tonight, I'm Marla Tejas.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Christine Devine. Federal prosecutors here in LA say this is the first major takedown operation on that infamous Figueroa Street.
Fox 11's Chelsea Edwards spoke to the acting top prosecutor in our area about this bust, and she's live in Westwood tonight. Chelsea?
Yeah, well, this was a big bust. We're talking 11 alleged gang members, including 6 leaders of the Hoover Criminal Street Gang, now indicted on the...
Wow. This is really close to home. Literally, I grew up between Vermont and Hoover. If you know, you know. This is like, it's kind of shocking to see. But as I was growing up, it was like, you know, I suspected things were happening. But as you get older and you start to see the world for what it is, you realize, like, dang, it's probably a lot of people out there, you know, because you got your pimps. This is a whole nother thing right here. You know, this is a whole nother.
Really disturbing charges. Take a look at some video. These are images that were mentioned in the indictment, things that they posted to social media. Prosecutors say the gang recruited girls as young, many of them runaways or kids from the foster care system. Federal officials say those victims were the alleged ringleader, a 25-year-old woman named Amaya Armstead, who goes by Lady Duck. Prosecutors say she and her co-defendants acted as pimps, using social media to recruit vulnerable teens and young adults, then controlling them through an intimidation. According to the indictment, victims who disobeyed were denied food or drugs, and in some cases branded with tattoos of their traffickers' street names.
Damn.
I mean, these guys were prolific. They were the ones recruiting these young women and children. They're ones out. And so today we're getting the worst of the worst people off the street, and there should be an impact on the community very quickly.
Federal prosecutors say the group controlled gang along a 3.5-mile section of Figueroa Street in South LA, known as the Figueroa Corridor, and they've been in control from February of 2021 until now. Tonight, we sat down with Lori Burns, a survivor who went out of the foster care system as well. She has now made it her life's mission to save victims like the ones from this case, founding the Teen Project, which provides wraparound services to foster and at-risk young women. She believes the system is broken for everybody involved.
I am very sold on hurt people because I see the girls, I know the stories of the men that have taken them, and it's all a failed system. It's all going to go back to the broken system because a lot of the kids that you see on the street that were gang members were in the system themselves, whether they were in juvenile hall, group homes, or foster homes. They were in that broken system and they came out unhealed, unhelped.
I will say this, you know, again, as a person who grew up and I seen all the violence the gangs, the drugs, all that. I seen all of it. I made the decision not to indulge, not to get involved. But a lot of these kids, their parents, like, you'd be shocked to see how many of these kids' parents aren't at home. And when I say parents, I'm talking about mom and dad, like literally people 6, 7 years old being left home alone. You know, so my whole thing is like, when you hear news like this and you talk about the failed system and all, a lot of it's the parents. It is the parenting. The parents are the ones that are leaving these kids because they're doing drugs or whatever the case may be. It's just crazy to see, because if you are from this area, you would think like something like this was never going to happen just because it was going on for so long. I'm going to try to upload this video the best I can, but it's so much I have to trim out because of all the language and stuff like this. A lot of times what they'll do is they'll age restrict your video and then it'll get bumped out of the algorithm and people won't even be able to see it. So this is just crazy though, man. Now this is definitely some breaking news. But it's crazy because like the person who got caught, like the ringleader, like you would have thought it was somebody older. Damn.
Now, 5 of those suspects pleaded not guilty today, and the trial has now been set for early October. And if convicted as charged, some could be facing life in prison. Reporting live from Westwood, I'm Chelsea Edwards, Fox 11 News.
Chelsea, I'm looking at those photos there, thinking of the industry, and these suspects all seem fairly young.
Yeah, a lot of them, most of them, I would say in their early 20s, very young. And the ringleader, just 25 years old, and a woman as well. Experts say they often use women that are in the system themselves. They use them to get these younger girls to trust them before bringing them in to the same system that they're in. It's a horrible cycle.
Yeah, just a sick industry. About the victims, do we have any idea how many there are, and are they all from the Southern California area?
Those are questions that were not answered today. Today, the focus was on the indictment and.
Look, man. It's just crazy because this is Figueroa. Everybody knows about Figueroa, man. Now compare this, what just happened, this sting that just happened. Think about the whole industry and about all the people who haven't got caught. Like, we still waiting on that whole Epstein thing. You know, this is on a lower scale, this right here. I always talk about how, again, I'm glad they got caught. I am. But the fixation on dry snitching needs to be studied. Like the pictures they post, sitting on expensive cars, showing all the money to the ear. It's like they actually want to be caught. But it goes to show you that a lot of these people, they don't grow up with money. They come into money, and then the first thing they want to do is flaunt it. They want to show it off. You know, and then you got people out there, when they post pictures like this on Instagram or whatever, people are going to be looking for them. Yeah, I'm here to get that money that you showed in that picture. But I'm glad that they are dry snitching. I'm glad that they are caught. Let's see what's going to happen. Because like I said, man, when I was working at the Staples Center, to go to work, we would drive down Figueroa, and you would just see, like, they would be out there during the daytime. You know, when I was a kid and a teen, we used to ride our bikes up to USC, and you would see them out there. So, like, just, again, I don't know of any other news. I'm pretty sure something might have happened before, but to get this news today, or whenever this video came out, 16 hours ago, to get this news is just kind of like blowing my mind. Again, I'm going to try to edit the video the best way I can, but just them talking about the age of the girls, or the people that were caught and what they were doing if they wouldn't comply, wasn't feeding them and just stuff like that. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff I'm going to have to edit out. But you guys, I'm going to try to post it in a way you can understand. But yeah, this right here is for sure like breaking news. I'm wondering how many of these people that I might know. And when I say that, because of the ages they said, this might be people that I grew up with. This might be their family members or their kids even. I'm 45 years old. So some of these people they're saying that are in their 20s, this could be like people I went to school with, kids. I feel like so connected to this because of the streets that they name. It's crazy, man, because you could be doing so much with your life. So many things. I mean, you got all these young kids out there streaming. All the people just don't want to do the work, man. They want this fast, easy money. And look at where their life in prison. Just like that. And a girl being a leader, y'all better pay attention. Y'all better keep y'all kids safe, man. Because people be getting snatched up. It's sad. It is a sad, cruel world that we are living in, man. It really is. But appreciate you guys coming over. Sorry for all the chops and cuts in advance. Peace out.